The Adventist Development and Relief Agency, ADRA, started as part of the Adventist Church in Tanzania in 1971. ADRA Tanzania has been operating as an independent organization since it was registered by the Tanzanian government as a local non-government organization, NGO, in 1982. As most ADRA offices worldwide, ADRA Tanzania was conceived as a development and humanitarian arm of the Tanzania Union Mission Adventist Church. ADRA Tanzania exists to improve the socio-economic conditions of the population and improve their independence and self-esteem. ADRA Tanzania implements projects in 5 thematic areas.
We are implementing 5 thematic areas, focusing. The first area is food security and agriculture. The second is health, which we are also within health. We are dealing with HIV and AIDS and access to clean water. And then the third one is education, in which we are dealing with formal and non-formal educational activities. And the fourth one, we are dealing with economic empowerment, in particular focusing on women. And the fifth one is emergency and disaster preparedness.
Following the health thematic area, ADRA Tanzania received funding from Water Aid to implement the Babati Sanitation and Water Project Basawa in Babati District of the Manyara region beginning July 2011. Dr. Hangaite explains how the Basawa project fitted in the thematic areas that ADRA Tanzania pursues.
In our health thematic portfolio, one of the areas in which we are focusing in as ADRA Tanzania and in which we have a lot of experience and skills is in water delivery. And we are currently working in the Manyara region, working with the Babati District in solid waste management and also liquid waste management. And that is in the urban areas. In rural areas, we are working in making sure the rural population accesses clean, quality drinking water.
The Basawa project was realized on 4 aims, and these include to improve equitable services in water and sanitation through the extension of pipe schemes network, to improve water sources, to improve community awareness on hygiene and sanitation, on construction of demonstration latrines in both rural and urban areas, and to establish solid waste management models in small towns. The manager for the Basawa project highlights what the project is doing, specifically in water and sanitation.
We are trying to support the government efforts by extending and rehabilitating the water points and to the rural areas and in the urban areas by extending the pipe scheme, construction of the domestic point, construction of water tanks and drilling of boreholes, because nowadays we can't depend on the natural water sources. So we are trying to find other sources so that at least we can get enough water for supply. In sanitation in rural areas, we are trying to help the communities to create awareness so that they can change, they can have hygiene behavioral change. And we are trying to train the local artisans on how to construct the local household latrines. We are using one of the approach, which is known as the Mtumba approach. We are demonstrating different types of pits so that the communities they can choose which type of the pit or latrine they can construct at their capacity, at the economic capacity, because they have got different price and have variety of materials.
The Basawa project was founded and funded for 3 purposes that included to assist the Babati District Council to expand accessibility to and availability of sustainable and equitable water services, to strengthen water management systems, and to improve sanitation and hygiene behavior for at least 150,000 urban residents of towns and 15,000 residents in rural areas. The rural areas involved are Mandi and Maganjwa, while the urban areas are Galapo, Bashnet, and Dareda. While the Basawa project has the 3 outlined objectives, these objectives are being implemented under 5 strategies. The strategies include community involvement, sustainability, equity and inclusion, capacity building, knowledge management, and transferability, and finally, positive government relationship and involvement. In this presentation of the Basawa project, we look at the 3 objectives of the project outlined as to assist the Babati District Council to expand accessibility to and availability of sustainable and equitable water services, to strengthen water management systems, and to improve sanitation and hygiene behavior for at least 150,000 urban residents of towns and 15,000 residents in rural areas. Through the eyes of the 5 strategies, beginning with the strategy of community involvement. What is community involvement?
We are trying to make sure that the communities are participating full in the implementation of the project, from the planning stage, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation. So because the communities have been involved from all those stages, so that is one of the indicators that they will be responsible to sustain that project, because now they own that it is their project. And another thing which they have been contributing is such as local available materials like stones, sand, gravels, water, labor, etc.
One of the reasons why community members need to be involved has to do with the preservation of the water sources, where community members play the largest part.
Yeah, in the community meetings, especially during the General Assembly, we normally insist the communities to ensure that they protect the environment, even during the meetings with the village leaders to different levels, at the ward and village government, even at the district level, because now there is a high environmental degradation which they endanger the water sources. So we are trying to insist the communities to ensure that they protect the water sources by planting the water user-friendly trees.
Patrice Boye is the village executive officer in Dareda. He had a lot to say about what they did in their community to motivate community members to be participating in the planning and implementation of the Basawa project.
Majukumu yetu katika mradi huu wa Basawa ni kuhamasisha wananchi kuhusu masuala yote yanayohusu mradi wa Basawa. Mradi tuliupokea, tukajadiliana ndani ya serikali ya kijiji. Tulipopokea tukaupeleka kwa wananchi kwenye mkutano mkuu. Kwenye mkutano mkuu tukawekeana majukumu kwa kuchagua kamati bodi ya maji ya kijiji. Baada ya kuchagua bodi ya maji, tukachagua watumia DP. Kwenye kila DP tukaweka viongozi wa DP, mwenyekiti, katibu, mhasibu, kwa zile DP ndogo ndogo zilizoko kwenye kijiji. Baada ya kuwachagua hao, ndio shughuli za mradi zikaanza. Tukaanza shughuli kwa kushirikisha jamii. Jamii ikashiriki katika kuchimba mtaro wa maji kutoka chanzo cha maji hadi kwenye tenki, na kwenye DP zinazoelekea kijijini tukachimba mitaro.
The water engineer in the Basawa project emphasizes that greater involvement of the community members has been paramount to the success of this project.
First of all, is sustainability. So during inception of the project, we have to gather together the community meetings and introduce the project, and we have their views and the way they think we can work together to make sure this project happen. So here for example, here in Dareda, the urban part, we conducted a series of community meetings, and we commit the community to contribute a little bit of the project, like in digging trenches. Like what you see, there is a trench from the borehole to the tank. It was done by community themselves. And actually, one more thing, they contribute even the distribution pipe themselves. After where we end, they decided to add something more. So in doing that, we bring these two parts together and try to do something which will be sustainable for them and for us as well.
Elizabeth Jacob emphasizes that protecting water sources through proper natural resource management practices is the responsibility of community members.
Vyanzo vya maji, mazingira yale tunapanda miti ambayo ni rafiki ya maji. Na tunaiboresha, tunaitunza ili hata mifugo yasifike katika eneo hilo. Na maji tunaendeleza, manake pale palipofika tunatakiwa tuendeleze tena mpaka mwisho wa vijiji vyetu ili jamii wapate maji. Sheria mojawapo ni kwamba kwanza miti zile zilizopandwa zizikatwe, zitunzwe zile ambazo tumezipanda ili maji yawepo, yatoke vizuri, yasikatwe, na aliyekata basi sheria inamshughulikia.
The Babati District Executive Director agrees that community members are the ones who have demanded the water, and they are the ones who have organized themselves to protect the environment.
This project, it is a demand-driven and not a supply-driven. It's a demand-driven in such a way that people prioritize themselves, their needs. And their needs was water supply. And through awareness raising, through meetings, from the community meetings, and forming the groups of the water use groups so that they can manage their own projects has been installed to the community. So at Galapo, at Bashinets, there are water use groups, which has been managed by the community themselves. We have a department which is dealing directly with the environmental protection. And from that department, the community themselves, we have committees at village level, ward level, making sure that the protection of the water source is well protected. So through that intervention, we are trying to visit people and creating awareness day to day and maybe season to season, especially during the dry season, making sure those mountains, the protected areas are well protected, no bushfires and no human intervention like cultivation of anything, tree cuttings and whatever.
Dareda is one such area where even when the community was not in the original plan of project implementers, community members themselves took the initiative to contribute their own money to set up a water distribution point from the project's supply.
But one more interesting thing I can say about here, it is about the contribution of the community on bringing the water from the tank. It was not in our plan, and distributing this place here. So they use our rising main trench to put their pipe so that they bring water back. Okay. It's their initiative. They did themselves. They asked me if it's possible and say yes, because the tank is 100,000 liters. So it's had good capacity. So they bought it more than 6 million. So that's very thing interesting about, and it seems that they really want water and they feel the project like theirs and it's going to help them.
John Nakein Dareda is a community member who articulates the objectives of the project and how the community members get involved in the exercise.
Tulishirikishwa kwenye mkutano mkuu ya kijiji ambazo ilikuwa vijiji viwili. Vijiji hivyo ni Seloto na Loto. Katika mkutano hiyo tulikubaliana kwamba mradi huu wa maji unatufaa sisi. Na baada ya kukaa kwa vikao tulikubaliana kwa pamoja kwamba sisi tutashiriki upande wa kazi. Na kampuni hizi za ADRA wao watachangia au watasaidia kwa pande mabomba na kutengeneza tenki na ile shimo au ile jengo la kuwekea mtambo wa kufuta maji kwenye tenki. Kitu ambayo imejengwa mpaka sasa hivi ambayo inaonekana kwa macho ambayo iko tayari ni nyumba ya kuweka pampu pale kwenye shimo la maji. Na kitu kingine ni tenki ambayo sasa hivi iko kwenye hatua ya kupiga na kumaliza ripu. Na bomba imeshalazwa kwenye mitaro na imeshafukiwa kwa asilimia kubwa. Vitu vya maji kwenye sehemu zile za kule vitongojini kama vile Kitalongo na Dr. B, Dr. A imeshaanza kutengenezwa. Na vinatengenezwa katika sehemu nyeti kama vile watu wale ambao ni walengwa hasa. Yaani watu wote washiriki kuchota pale. Mfano hatakuwa bagua walemavu. Awe wa mlemavu wanatembea kwa wheelchair au hata wale wa vigongo wanaweza kuchota kirahisi. Kwa hiyo maana zile sehemu za TP inakuwa ni pana kiasi kwamba kila mmoja anaweza kufika na akapata huduma kirahisi. Sisi kwanza kabla hata ya kuanza kuchimba tulikuwa tuna mpango wa kulinda vyanzo vya maji. Hasa kwa kuwekea zile mipaka kwamba inahifadhiwa kuanzia hatua fulani mpaka hatua fulani. Watu ng'ombe usifikie maeneo au mifugo karibu vyanzo vya maji. Na pia tumeshapanda aina fulani za miti ambazo zinaweza kuruhusu vyanzo vya maji visikauke. Na sehemu zingine tumejaribu kuweka hata ulinzi saa nyingine. Kwa sababu kuna watu wengine wakorofi ambao wanaweza kufuka pale kwa sababu ulinzi wa saa nyingine watu tuko mbali wengine. Na hata si rahisi kufika kwenye maeneo hayo. Kwa hiyo inasikana kuna maeneo mengi tumeweka ulinzi pia. Hata ulinzi wa vitongoji. Kwa hiyo kuna doria inapigwa kwenye maeneo haya.
Valerian Daniel of Maganjwa agrees on the need for community participation.
Nimeamua kuja hapa kufanya kazi hapa ili kufanikisha shughuli la maji kutokana na kuwa maji kuwa mbali. Yaani kadhalika pamoja na hayo maji huwa yanakuwa mbali lakini saa zingine utakuta maji hayapo. Sasa yani nimeamua kufika hapa ili nisaidiane na wenzangu ili kufanikisha shughuli ya maji iendelee vizuri na tupate maji kwa urahisi zaidi.
Florentine John of Maganjwa agrees with Valerian Daniel that community members participate by contributing what is available to them, such as labor in trenching, laying pipes, and the like. Florentine adds that once ADRA Tanzania leaves, the community will ensure sustainability of the project.
Katika kutoa nguvu kazi, tuliweza kuwakalisha wana kitongoji chetu kutokana na maamuzi iliyotoka kwenye mkutano mkuu wa kijiji, maamuzi ambayo tuliweza kushirikiana pamoja na wawezeshaji wa mpango huu wa shirika la ADRA. Na pale tulipotoka kwenye mkutano ule mkuu wa kijiji, tukaenda kwenye mkutano wetu wa kitongoji, tukashauriana. Na pale tulipoona mradi ule kwetu una faida sana, faida ambayo moja mzuri ni kupata maji. Tumepunguza makali ya wananchi wana kitongoji kutembea hatua ndefu kwenda kuchukua maji. Kwa hiyo tumeona mradi huu ukifikia pale ambapo pamelengwa, tunaweza tukapata msaada wa kupungua kwa kutembea hatua ndefu.
Local water boards are responsible for ensuring that activities do take place to sustain the local supply activities. Reading and production of water bills to ascertain water consumption and determine the amount to be paid are among these tasks. Chairperson of the Dareda Interim Board, Shauri Kopa.
Majukumu yetu ni kusimamia mradi ili wananchi wapate huduma na kuhakikisha kila mmoja anapata huduma kwa wakati unaohitajika. Lingine ni kusimamia mapato ya mradi na kukamata bili za wananchi kwa wakati unaofaa. Kwa hivyo vitu vingine ambavyo vinatakiwa tuhakikishe kweli tunaendeleza mradi huo ili kwa walengo wafikie kwa wakati ambao unaohitajika. Jambo lingine ni kuitishia vikao vya bodi na kusimamia mradi ili mapato yale yasomwe kwa wakati ambao unatakiwa. Kwa mfano, kama mradi unatakiwa tunasoma taarifa kwa muda wa miezi mitatu kwa mwaka. Ni kama mara 4 kwa mwaka. Alafu na watumishi, na tuhakikishe kweli watumishi wao wanapata haki zao kwa wakati unaotakiwa. Na wananchi wanatakiwa wawe wanapata bili zao kwa kipindi ili wapate kipindi ambacho kinachotakiwa. Wawe wanafikiwa kwamba bili zako kwa mwezi huu ni shilingi ngapi.
Peter Loe is the commercial manager for the Bashnet Local Water Board.
Mimi kazi yangu ni kukusanya bili za fedha, na namna ya kuzifanya huwa naziandaa mwisho wa mwezi kwenye tarehe 27 naandaa bili, alafu natembelea mita. Nikimaliza kutembelea mita natawanya zile bili ambazo nimeziandaa, na wateja huwa wanakuja kulipa ofisini. Na namna ya kupata ilivyopatikana, kiwi mita moja ya maji ni shilingi 1000, na ilivyopatikana ni bodi ya muda ilikaa na manager tukajadili kwamba inafaa kwamba iwe shilingi 1000 kwa kibi mita moja yenye lita 1000. Na kwenye vituo huwa tunauza kila ndoo ya lita 20 shilingi 50. Na namna ya kupata wateja wapya, huwa wanakuja kulipia ofisini ada ya 1060 kwa ada ya kiingilio, na wateja wakaongezeka baada ya BASAWA kuongeza na laini kuwa karibu na watu wakahamasika, wakaomba wenyewe na wakawa ni wateja wetu.
In general, an effective board will ensure good sustainability of the BASAWA project activities. Elia Kisimbo is board manager in Galapo. He outlines some of the tasks the board has been involved in since its inception, including the resolution of local conflicts.
Bodi yenyewe ina wajumbe 7 kwa mujibu wa sheria ya maji, na kwa ujumla ufadhili wa WaterAid kupitia ADRA umeleta faida 2 kubwa. Ya kwanza, tulikuwa na mgogoro kati ya Hala na Galapo ambayo inaenda Noga ndani pia na vijiji vingine 7 kwa ujumla, vijiji 7. Baba, kulikuwa na mgogoro, hata kulikuwa hakuna amani kati ya Hala na sisi, lakini ile chemba iliyojengwa ambayo inagawa maji bila kutumia valve, kwa hiyo tunaita automatic rationing division chamber, ilisaidia kuleta amani baina ya Hala na upande wetu. Na mgao ule uliwezesha kuboresha kiasi cha maji kinachokuja kwetu kufikia hata mita za ujazo kwa siku, kuongeza mita za ujazo kufikia 100 kwa siku, wakati huko nyuma tulikuwa tunapata kiasi kidogo cha maji tu kinachokuja huko. Kwa hiyo hilo ni jambo la pili, kwamba imetokea amani na tumepata kiasi cha maji kimeongezeka, ziada ni kubiki mita 100 zimekuja huko. Jambo la pili ambalo tumepata kama faida kutokana na mradi huu ni kwamba tulikuwa na maji yanayomwagika tu kwenye tenki la upande wa chini. Maji yalikuwa yanapotea kubiki mita 300 kwa siku. Lakini yale maji kwa ufadhili huu tumeweza kuyapeleka yakafika yanatumiwa na wananchi. Kinachobakia tu ni kuyafanyia distribution ili yaweze kutumiwa na wananchi wengi zaidi, lakini kwa sasa hivi ni kaya 70 zimefaidika na hali hiyo ya huo ujenzi wa mradi ambao ulikuwa maji hayo yaliokuwa yanamwagika hovyo tu yana overflow. Sisi kwa ujumla katika mamlaka yetu usambazaji wa maji uko kwenye asilimia, ile coverage iko kwenye asilimia 37.6. Kwa hiyo naona kwamba coverage ile inahitaji kuongezwa bado.
In addition to that, community involvement partly guarantees sustainability of development projects. Another aspect of sustainability involves skills to maintain and replace worn-out water equipment, and ensuring that the market provides the required replacement tools and spare parts within reach of community members.
Kwa niaba ya kijiji cha Siloto tunashukuru kupata mradi kama huu mkubwa, kwa sababu adha ya maji ilikuwa kubwa sana kwetu kwa kijiji chetu. Watu walikuwa wanateseka, maji yalikuwa tunachota mbali na yalikuwa hata haya mbali pengine unakuta hata hayatoshelezi. Kwa hiyo tunashukuru waliotuletea mradi huu wa Basawa katika kijiji chetu.
For Emanuela Ami and Agostino Mefuta in Dareda, one role of the board is to ascertain sustainability to ensure that water users learn to use water in a sustainable manner.
Majukumu yangu kwenye bodi ni kuwaelimisha wananchi namna ya kutumia DP za maji, namna ya kutunza vyanzo vya maji na kuwasaidia walemavu ambao hawajiwezi.
Kwanza kabisa ni kuwaelimisha jamii ambayo iko maeneo ya vyanzo vya maji na kupanda miti ambazo zinatunza maji ili maji yasipotee, na kuweka uongozi katika eneo hilo la lenye vyanzo vya maji, pia na kuweka sheria ili vyanzo hivyo na pia vitunzwe. Serikali ya kijiji sheria inayo kwa utunzaji wa vyanzo, kwa sababu vyanzo vyenyewe vinatunzwa na jamii husika, na jamii hiyo wao wenyewe ndio walinzi wa vyanzo hivyo. Pamoja na kuweka sheria, pamoja na kuwepo na sheria ndogo ndogo za utunzaji wa vyanzo. Kama kutakuwa na halifu, adhabu itolewe kwa aliyehusika. Na uongozi huo pamoja na sheria hiyo ni kwa wenye vitu wa vitongoji.
Ignatius Kapinga is the Basawa sanitation engineer. He points out that by imparting skills of construction of modern toilets to the local artisans, the community will benefit from the skills for a long time to come.
Through the construction of this center, we also recruited some of the local builders. We recruited them on different types of toilet technologies so that they can be able and they will be available for the local communities whenever they need to construct such type of toilet facility which are available within these facilities. So the people you are seeing here are the local builders who are coming from the nearby communities, and they were appointed within the sub-villages to join and form a team of artisans who have been trained on construction of different types of sanitation facilities.
Festo Massa is the chairperson of the Mandi Sun Center Local Artisans Group. He says that their group has already started assisting local communities to construct modern toilets.
Tumewajengea wananchi tayari kama vyoo zaidi ya 12 na wengine bado wamechimba vyoo na ni mashimo yao, lakini tunatazamia kwenda kuwajengea hivi karibuni. Kadiri tulivyowahamasisha wananchi, wamehamasika na wanahitaji sana kwenda kuwajengea vyoo hivi.
Pastor Pius Moto believes that the sanitation activities of the Basawa project will be sustainable because the artisans who are constructing the modern toilets are from the same local area and that they will continue their tasks once the project closes.
Furahia kazi ambayo inafanywa na ADRA kwa sababu kwanza tuna faida kwa ajili ya yale maji na pia katika masuala ya afya, hata mradi huu wa uchimbaji wa vyoo. na faida kubwa ambayo nimeona pale kwenye uchimbaji ni kwamba vijana wetu wenyewe wanafundishwa kuwa wataalamu wa kutusaidia, maana hata kama ADRA siku ikimaliza kazi yake tuna wataalamu wa kuwasaidia wananchi. Alafu pia kitu cha pili ambacho nimeona cha maana, niliwatembelea mpaka kwenye kituo cha Mandi pale. Nimeona vyoo ambavyo vitahusika na vikundi mbalimbali. Kwa hiyo kuna kama ni walemavu, kuna vya muda ambavyo unaweza ukajenga ukahamisha, kwa baada ya muda unatoa vile vinyesi vikikauka na unaendelea nayo. Kwa hiyo ni kama vitu vya kudumu kuliko hivi tulivyo navyo. Mimi ni mchungaji, nimewahi kuchimba choo pale kanisani. Kwa upande wa zile nyenzo au zana za kazi zimetugharimu mambo mengi, na matofali yalikuwa mengi kweli, kama matofali 8,000 nafikiri, au kama 1000 ngapi, ni mengi tulitumia. Lakini tuliona ni katika shimo moja na hatujapata faida kubwa. Lakini kwa hii ya ADRA tunaona ni matofali machache sana, na hata zile simenti kiwango wakati zikihitajika ni kidogo sana kuliko gharama ambazo tunatumia sisi wenyewe kwa awali. Kwa hiyo mimi ninaona ni faida katika wananchi wetu, na wananchi watapona pia kuumia kwa gharama nyingi za mambo kama.
The Basawa project manager highlights that by training community members to repair the water equipment and by ensuring that the spare parts are available, the project is sustainable.
First of all, we have strengthened the water boards who are supposed to ensure the sustainability of those water schemes, and apart of the training, we are insisting on the water bills collection, and we thank God that in all areas which we have been working, the communities have been positive in paying for the water bills. So we are ensure that the project will be sustainable, because already people have started paying their water bills in case of any maintenance which will be required further. Another thing, the project has supported the government to identify all spare parts which will be frequently required within the district, and in collaboration with the district we have made to identify one of the board of Magugu who will be supplying those spare parts. So all spare parts which will be required will be available within the Babati District. So in case of anything, those villagers or water boards or community-owned water supplies organization, they will not be in trouble to travel in a long distance looking for the spare parts. They will be available here in Babati.
Another aspect of sustainability is affordability. In the sanitation sector, community members have been introduced to modern toilet construction materials that are affordable.
Among the toilets we are promoting, this one, as you can see, is one of the toilet pits which has been lined using the Banti bricks, which are locally available, and they can be manufactured, they can be produced by the beneficiaries themselves. So in case someone wants to build a toilet which look like this one, it is easy for them to get the bricks within their surroundings, and even if he or she does not have these bricks, it's easy for him or her to afford them, as they are available at an affordable price. One brick cost about 50 Tanzanian shillings, and for a pit of about 10 feet deep, it requires about 800 bricks, which is equivalent to 40,000 Tanzanian shillings, including the labor charges, which for a pit of 10 feet, it's about 32 Tanzanian shillings. So with 72,000 Tanzanian shillings, one is able to get a pit which is durable and more affordable compared to what they used in the past. Because in the past, when they were using the pits which are not lined. So it was a common situation each year to find that someone is building a new toilet, which it was more costing compared to this one. With this pit, it can go even up to 50 years without collapsing. So on the other hand, he saves a lot of money compared to what he used to experience in the past.
Ignatius adds that affordability of toilet construction materials alone may not be the solution to sustainability, but rather change of behavior among project beneficiaries. The Basawa project has tried to motivate the beneficiaries to adopt the habit of using toilets instead of defecating in the open.
Yeah, the situation was not that good because there were some households which had no toilets at all. So if you find someone without a toilet, it means he or she they are practicing open defecation. But in order to avoid this situation to continue existing in this environment, we have a special team of animators who have the responsibility of going into the street and educating the community on the importance of using the toilets. And through triggering meeting, we are also introducing to the people that they have been either directly or indirectly, they are consuming their own feces without knowing. So through these triggering meetings, most of the community members have shown up some signs of changes. And even as a result of these changes, some have started to adapt these new toilet technologies so that they can have a permanent toilet facility within their households.
One of the most important strategies of the Basawa project was equity and inclusion for all the community members within the project areas. Equity and inclusion was intended to include all targeted beneficiaries without sanitation and potable water facilities to benefit from these facilities without exclusion of intent or physical structure.
It is ADRA Tanzania's policy that wherever we implement our activities, we have to include all members of the society, regardless of their color, their race, their disability, or whatever you can name it. We have an in-house program policy, particularly focusing on inclusion of people living with a disability.
Dr. Ngaite adds that women are especially targeted to be in these committees because they are the water managers in their households.
In particular, those who are visionary impaired and even those who might who are deaf, or even those who might be in wheelchairs and any other form of disability.
In accessibility to clean water, the major strategy of the community members has been to identify the old, the disabled, the sick, and other disadvantaged groups and allow them to access water whose cost is borne by the able-bodied members of the community.
Moja ya mambo tuliyojipanga ni kuhakikisha kaya zile ambazo haziwezi kulipia maji wanaorodeshwa na maji wanachota bure, ikiwa ni pamoja na wale wasio na kipato cha kutosha na wale walemavu watapewa maji, huduma ya maji bure.
For Agnes Karani, a woman who lives with a disability in Maganjwa, just having water nearby is an inclusion act in itself because she is now able to get water from near her home.
Anasema kama ni uhakika itanisaidia sana. Pia na mimi naweza, anasema pia na mimi nitaweza kukuchukua kama maji yako karibu. Naweza nikachota.
Kwa hiyo na wewe huo anaenda kuchota maji.
Tamkise mama yako ndaki bikise. Anasema nitaenda kuchukua maji kama yako karibu sana. Kadiri wanavyoleta sasa hivi wanaposema kwamba maji yatafika mpaka itakuwa karibu kwa kila mtu.
Emanuela Ami points out that their local water board ensures inclusion by identifying those who need help from among the community members.
Walemavu ambao hajiwezi na wasio na uwezo wa kulipa maji, yaani kulipia bei tutakazojipangia. walemavu tunaorodesha kwenye vitongoji hadi kwenye vijiji. Baadaye bodi itakavyojipangia bei itakayopanga, tutakuwa tunawalipia kadiri ya bei tutakayojipangia. Walemavu wanakuwa humu katika tunawalipia, bodi inawalipia. Yaani wale wenye uwezo ambao watakaolipa, hao walemavu tunaorodesha, alafu tunalipa kiasi ambacho kitafaa kuwa, yani bei ambayo italipia hizo DP.
Elizabeth Jacob also testifies that women are particularly encouraged to participate and voice out in meetings so that their concerns are properly addressed.
Kama hawa walemavu wasiojiweza wanaoishi mazingira magumu, kwa kweli ni kwamba tunavyokaa kwenye vikao, halafu idadi yao inafahamika. Tumewaorodesha na tunaangalia kwamba sasa hivi wako wangapi. Basi kwenye mchango wa maji huwa tunawachangia ili wapate huduma sawa na sisi.
Kwa hiyo huduma yao ni bure?
Ni bure huduma yao, maana kwanza wako wachache. Halafu sisi mchango wetu unazidi kuliko wakwao. Wao hawachangi kwa sababu hawana uwezo.
The Basawa project also ensures that the water collection points are designed in such a way that those living with physical disability can easily fetch the water.
And our water points, which we are constructing here, is inclusive. Is inclusion. It means there is a terrain. It is in such a way a disabled who is coming with the wheelchair can come and enter and fetch water himself without any help. So that's how we are trying to do. Though it's still a challenge how to make sure that these people are, for example, what I ask from community when you are talking, they say, no, in our community, to leave a disabled to go and serve by himself or herself, it's not common. But I say, what if it happens? So we're trying to make our things. For example, now the domestic points we are constructing here in Dareda, we are making such a way. For example, a pregnant woman when come and try to fetch water, she doesn't have to bend so much, so it's a little bit higher. That's how we are trying to do. Though it's a little bit complicated how to include all, but we keep on trying, redesigning and talking to people, their views. We're trying to do that.
Accountability is an important element in the Basawa project. Each of the partners has been trained to recognize the role that they need to play in the project. Members of water boards are not masters of water users, they are servants of water users.
Most of the community-owned water supply organizations, they have been selected by the community members themselves. It means they trust them. That's why they propose to do the operation and maintenance to ensure the sustainable services of water. So this all structure of management, they're ensuring to deliver because they are still reporting to the water users. They are responsible and they are accountable to the water users because they have to read, they have to present the expenditure, the revenue and expenditure to the communities. And the communities are responsible to ask and to know. They are required. It is their right to know what has been used and what has been remained because those structures have mandate to work for the communities.
On the project implementation side, there is transparency in the way the project staff work with the district council water authorities.
First of all, our office is located within district office, district water department. So that is one part. They ask us to be within them, and everything we are doing, we have to be part of the office, part of the office plan, water department office. And anything we are doing, like we want to go to a meeting, we have to consult district water engineer. So that is to see our plan and what we want to do. For example, when I design, because I'm water engineer, when I design anything, I have to come back to him and verify the drawings, verify the design, hydraulic results and everything. And thereafter, we went for implementation. Coming back to the community, showing them what you want to do and start implementation. And whenever there is happening, for example, here in Dareda, we had some problems about water body formation. So we had to go back to the Babati District office, specifically in water department office. So we met district water engineer and we share this problem about formation of water body. So we had several meetings with him, and then we come to the community. We hold community meetings here about the issue, and we end up forming the sub-body of Dareda. So that's how we collaborate. We don't go, we as Basawa, they don't go with them as district, or we commit themselves. We just come together and discuss things and make them happen.
The district executive director points out that the district officials will ensure that what the Basawa project has created is sustainable.
The role of the government is to make sure the intervention which has been created is sustainable in such a way that our water engineer and technicians and the community itself, they are going to make sure that what has been created through Basawa intervention is useful to people and it is sustainable.
The chairperson of Maganjwa village highlights that each village has a community organization, water supply organization, KOUSO, that has many responsibilities, including maintenance of water points in the event of a breakdown.
Ambayo vituo ina kamati ya wajumbe watatu, na baadaye tuliunda pia na kamati tendaji ya kijiji, nayo hushirikiana na kamati wale wajumbe watatu katika kuendeleza mradi huu mara baada ya kukamilika. Kwa hiyo kwa kweli ni furaha ya wananchi wetu walio wengi kama kijiji. Sehemu ya pili ni sehemu ya vyoo, ujenzi wa vyoo na usafi wa mazingira.
Working with government and ensuring that government technicians and authorities are part of the project has been the cross-cutting goal of the Basawa project. More importantly, the Basawa project fits into the plan of government and into the plan of Babati District Council to provide potable clean water to its citizens.
We are working with the government of Tanzania through the local authority, the district, the Babati District. We cannot work as ADRA Tanzania individual. We are here to work in partnership with the government in terms of development activities for the nation of Tanzania.
The Basawa project manager reminds us that the Basawa project is simply implementing the development plan of the Babati District Council.
What Basawa is doing, it is part of the district plan. So even the allocation of the project areas was proposed by the district government, and they have been participating in the designing, feasibility study, and to ensure that the work which have been done has reached the quality and the quantity. So the government are the ones to satisfy that what the Basawa project has done got a quality assurance before we hand over it. And also the district participated to support in terms of technical support in both in sanitation and in water.
The district water engineer agrees that he works hand in hand with the Basawa project team for quality assurance and guidance.
I am supposed to make sure to be fully involved from designing stage, not only construction. Also, I am guiding Basawa what it's supposed to do and design and hand over to the project coordinator. They make their normal procedures. Then during construction, I come back for quality and the quantity assurance. And that means we need to make sure that specification is reached, is complied, and to minimize operation and maintenance cost.
When the district is giving a litany of the statistics in water supply, the contribution of the Basawa project becomes evident.
Basawa interventions, some areas like Galapo, Bashnet, and other areas has benefited much in the supply of water. For instance, At Galapo division, some 5 water points has been constructed, including a pipe of 2.5 kilometers, in such a way that people have been installed with meter so that they can pay what they have been supplied. So at Galapo, you can see the coverage of water has increased from what has been supplied earlier to what is now in the position. But all in all, with the increasing of people and the town is grown, is a now trading center, so still there is a need of water at Galapo. At Bashinet area also, it's a growing town. Also, Basawa has intervened the supply of water to make sure that the supply of water has increased from where it was to where it is now. Again, there is public water points, about 7 of them, which have been provided by Sawa, and the water pipe of around 7 kilometers has created there. So the coverage has increased in terms of water supply. Also, there is a sanitation intervention there, making sure that what has been cooked around has been disposed somewhere to increase the sanitation area.
The district is quick to point out that much as the good work of the Basawa project is appreciated, much more work needs to be done to reach those who still need good sanitation and water in the district.
We as partners, the government and the NGOs, CBOs and other development partners, we are working together so that during our budget session for each year, we make sure that we sit together, the implementing partners and the government, trying to see how we can intervene this demand of water supply. So in our side as a government, we set aside a portion of money, and the other NGOs like the ADRA and others, we try to sit together and to see that how much they can supplement into our budget. But for sure, the demand of water is there, because every day people are born, the town is growing, demand of water is getting up. Yeah.
ADRA Tanzania agrees that more funding needs to be identified to serve more communities in many provinces, including Manyara.
If given enough resources, we would like to move to other regions also, apart from being in Manyara. Even within Manyara, there are other districts also which need water, to access water in terms of household or even animals, their cattle, their goats, and so on. So we still have not done much. The Basawa project is just a drop in the bucket. We still have a long way to go.
The Babati Sanitation and Water Project has been an essential project for many communities in the Babati District. Its value lies in the number of households that will be prevented from going to hospital or being sick, looking after sick relatives because of waterborne diseases or unsanitary environmental conditions. The value of the Basawa project lies in regained confidence and respect that community members get because they are using respectable toilets instead of the open bush. There is hope that Basawa will be sustainable because the community has fully participated in its implementation and they have been contributing their time and resources. The project has trained local artisans to continue the project work in both sanitation and water, as well as in the maintenance of the equipment and where to source the spare parts. Basawa project will be sustainable because the committees are all inclusive of the able-bodied, the disabled, and the women. The project activities will continue even when Basawa stops because water consumers are willing to pay for their consumptions. The Basawa project will be sustainable because the main duty bearer, the government, has assured to be available to support the beneficiaries in any way possible.
Yama.